Hello and welcome to Fetcham Grove for today's Isthmian South Central fixture against Leatherhead. It's a very, very big local derby today. These sides haven't met in the league for 8.5 years now, but this fixture finally comes around again. A big game today ahead. Looking forward to this one, George Corey.
Absolutely buzzing for this one, Sartej. We're currently up in the gantry right now. We've got this little makeshift spot we're standing in, and can't wait to see what the Swans can produce on this lovely pitch here today.
The Swans in their lovely brand new blue away kit, sponsored by Hagley West. That is a lovely blue top, navy shorts and white socks. The first time we're wearing that today. But time for today's lineups, actually. Let's get into the Walton lineup for today. So number 1, Liam Allen retains his place in goal. Number 3, Jude Malloy is at left wing back today. Number 4, Alex Kelly in midfield. Number 5 and 6, Charlie Nicholas and Joe Hicks in defence. Number 7, Dominic Ogan at right wing back. Torin Roberts and Alex Kelly are in midfield. Max Blackmore's up front. Eddie Simon and John Gilbert are behind them, and Joe Pratley-Jones, number 17, in defence as well. On the bench for Walton today, it's Arsen Ushkai, Jordan Adiemi, Reece Brewster, Nick Burgess and Will Coadio. The Leatherhead lineup today: Luke Williams, number 1, Louis Paget, number 2, 12, Jerry O'Sullivan, 4, Joshua Webb, 5, Danny Dudley, 6, Mitchell Goff, 17, Will Helstow, 8, Archie Burnett, 9, Dave Tarpey, their talisman, number 10, Elliot Buchanan, and number 11, Keane Anderson. And on the bench for Leatherhead today, Tom Bird, Reece Robbins, Briggs O'Jamin, Luke Fair and Jermaine McGlashan. And today's managers, Scott Harrison, Luke Tufts of Leatherhead.
Yeah, it's building up right now, Sartej.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited for the game here.
There are a lot of fans here today. I'm guesstimating somewhere in the region of maybe 400 or 500. There's a good Walton turnout today as well. I think there's a solid 60, 70 Walton fans here, which is not bad for a bank holiday away game.
Yeah, and they seem to be on the side we're standing on right now as well. So hopefully we'll be able to hear some of the Walton cheers.
There's a big bank of them camped out here with a Swans banner pinned to the fence to our right of the gantry here. But this is a very big game ahead today. Two teams that will no doubt be in the hunt for the playoff spots, or perhaps the champion spot come the end of the season. And two teams that will both fancy their chances today. Leatherhead get us underway, kicking from right to left. The Swans in blue, kicking from left to right. It's a loose ball played into the path of Alex Kelly, who knocks it forward, but straight back into Leatherhead possession and out of play for a throw-in.
Eddie Simon looking quick already from the start there.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that the Swans know they need to do, is establish possession early in the game, build passing patterns and really dominate the ball and look to build out from the back and midfield. And I think it's really important that the Swans do get a foothold in possession early on today.
Yeah, although it is a grass pitch, it's under impeccable condition right now. I would say maybe the grass is a little bit long, so maybe the ball's going to hold up a little bit, playing these long balls forward, or maybe some of the passes. So I think the Swans need to hopefully be wary of that and just get their foot on the game nice and early and just see how it's moving out there.
The pitch here is an absolute carpet. I think this is one of the best grass pitches we've seen at any non-league ground we've been to. In fact, I think the only one that perhaps comes close is Beckenham. Would be Beckenham, I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, even just the whole ground, I mean, the whole facilities here, they've got a fan zone. I've never seen a fan zone at a match before. I even had a pie at an away ground for the first time since we've taken over, basically. It's always just burgers and chips.
Yeah, without doubt, this is
different setting here.
One of the best grounds in our league for sure. A really nice place to come on a match day, Fetcham Grove. Plenty of food and drink to grab, and all four sides you can watch the game on here. John Gilbert swings the ball in, it's headed out. Picked up by Jude Malloy. Torin Roberts back in the side today, missing out on Saturday through unavailability, and he tries to put a ball in, but it balloons high over the Leatherhead goal and stand and into someone's back garden over there.
Yeah, I'm hoping he has a lot fresher legs today compared to the rest of the boys, having missed Saturday's match. Much of the lineup remaining very similar to the match just 48 hours ago.
Yeah, and I think that was one thing that very rarely do you have a 48-hour turnaround between games. And I think the only times you really have it are when you have that bank holiday or sometime. And I think there's the Easter Monday game. There'll be a game on Easter Saturday away to Guernsey, and then we're home to Merstham 2 days later on Easter Monday. But very rare you have that 2-day turnaround. So important to get some fresh legs in the side for today as well. It's a free kick to Leatherhead. well
Just
into
a bit of physicality in there, you know, I
yeah,
guess.
this is well into Swans territory here, so it'll be interesting to see if Leatherhead try and swing it in towards the back post. There's a large group of Leatherhead fans camped behind Liam Allen's goal to our left here. It does go to the back post. It's a deep ball towards Mitchell Goff, but he can't quite get under it, and it sails out harmlessly for a goal
He
kick.
just overhit that one a bit there, didn't he? But it's back for Liam to start things, a build up from the back, and see if the Swans can get back in their position kind of game they usually focus on.
Yeah. Scott Harris and Billy Rowley, the Swans management team, very animated on the near touchline here. It's a ball that's sprayed out, attempted to Dominic Hogan, but it goes well out of play, and it'll be
with that one at all there.
a Leatherhead throw on this near side here. As I said, the Swans looking to build out from the back as they always do, but it wasn't quite into the path of Dominic Hogan there. Archie Burnett's ball is cut out by Dominic Hogan, and Swans have a throw on this near side.
Well closed out there, shutting down any sign of any danger. Yeah, the Swans have possession again.
Joe Pratley-Jones with this cannon of a long throw will be over this. Probably looking to get it towards the halfway line, if anything.
Yeah, he's already done one today. Can he do another? There it is.
Doesn't quite get it over halfway, but he will have another bite at the cherry.
There was one he did on Saturday where it slipped out his hand as he was throwing it. It just went about 1 yard at the end.
Yeah.
But that is, well, that's a lot of that.
Another long throw and another throw in for the Swans, much higher up the pitch this time.
Dodgy touch from John Gilbert there, but once again the Swans have the ball. Once again able to build out from the back here.
It's new signing Charlie Nicholas with the ball, back to Alex Kelly, feeds it to Liam Allen, who will simply get rid of it. Eddie Simon will give chase. But it is just about shielded for a goal kick, and the Leatherhead goalkeeper's gone flying over the railings at the end of the pitch there. I think that was perhaps a bit animated.
Yeah, I think he's watched a bit too many of the Premier League players diving about a bit there. I think he was trying to get something from the ref there. But
yeah.
The ref, having none of it,
I think he
get on with it.
He
take your goal
threw
kick.
himself over the fence there. I don't think there was anything in that from Eddie Simon. Slightly embarrassing to have done that, but he's back up to his feet and ready to take the goal kick now.
I think he jumped into a few of the Swans fans over there, and they weren't giving him any sympathy as well.
Yeah, a lot of Swans fans behind that goal there. I think there's a good 40 or so Swans fans behind the goal there. There's certainly more to our right over here. There's a few sat in the main stand, as you can see directly in front on your screen. Leatherhead with the ball now. Played out, but cut out by Jude Malloy. Soren Roberts now. Keeping the ball, and no foul given. It's out to Dominic Hogan, and it's...
We are seeing the early physicalities of a derby right now, aren't we? You can tell players want this match.
It does have that feel to it, certainly. Once upon a time, this was a grudge match. Two of the biggest teams in non-league, really, not only in this area, in this part of Surrey, but these were once upon a time, two of the biggest clubs that non-league had to offer. And, in the 70s and 80s, when these two teams were really at their height.
Yeah, I think we were told earlier that we've played it. Leatherhead and Walston have played each other the most out of any other non-league teams, basically. It's just
I think they must.
A really common
Alex
grub
Kelly
now.
is down here in midfield. I think he was caught late by Archie Burnett, the Leatherhead number 8, and he will need treatment.
Yeah, seeing
from the
early
Swans
signs
physio.
of this physicality.
I think he was caught late there. We're just having a look at the live feed, and Archie Burnett did come in quite late there. I think certainly warranted a booking. But thankfully Alex Kelly is up to his feet and looks fine to resume.
Yeah, he's back on his feet. He's a tough cookie.
Yeah.
Have you all signed the sheet for being up here?
It's a collision in the box, and
I don't think I have, no.
Picked up by Eddie Simon now. Tries to play a ball through to Max Blackmore, but it's picked up by the keeper here.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah.
Lumped long. Torin Roberts wins the header.
Right. I'm just trying to work out who's who. Excuse me, sir, have you signed a sheet for being up here? No. Can you sign?
The Leatherhead safety officer just coming up to the gantry now to check who's signed the liability forms to make sure we're all right up here. So if you did hear a bit of commotion in the background, that was what it was. We are up on the lovely media gantry here on the halfway line at Fetcham Grove. It's a loose ball and John Gilbert nearly cuts it out, but Leatherhead stay in possession. Leatherhead might look to get a ball in and drives to the byline. It's a good ball in. Not one that finds any Leatherhead player. It's picked up now on the far right-hand side.
Swans pressing very well as they push Leatherhead back to their own half. All the way from the penalty box. That's great pressure from the Swans once again.
It was another loose ball from Louis Paget that
you can definitely nab something.
Max Blackmore nearly got a head on, but this Leatherhead will look to play it forward again, cut out by Charlie Nicholas, the low knee from Bromley, who's with us for an initial month period. We may hopefully look to extend that after that initial month period is up, but
yeah, he played very well on Saturday. I think he won a man of the match actually in the end.
He was our man of the match and did an interview at the end of our most recent highlights piece that you can see on YouTube. But he's the only professional player currently in this team. He's on a professional contract at Bromley at the moment. Not a big one. Bromley are still a non-league side, but they're in the National League. But nonetheless, very good to have a player on a professional contract in the team to help us out for this season.
That's the beauty of loan deals, isn't it?
It's the beauty of
get these players in.
Beauty of non-league, really.
Time.
A ball in by Leatherhead, and there's a handball shout.
The number 2 is screaming for a handball down there, but the ref is having none of it. Neither is the linesman. Leatherhead manager as well,
Luke
screaming
Tuff's
for it down there.
Very animated on this near side. Seems to be having a go at one of our players there, I think, but I'm not sure quite what
I don't think there was much in it there. I mean, no one could really see it. It seemed like it came off his body or something. I think that's the first we're going to see of the animated manager there. I think there's plenty more to come.
Yeah, it is that kind of game, that local rivalry, a big game, as I said, with two teams that will very much be
kept very well there. Torin puts it in
Great ball into Dominic Ogan, but the flag goes up on this near side.
He looks on the other side of him there. That'd be interesting. But good run. That's the passages we need there. The little balls over the top. Because you can tell the ball is moving very slowly on this grass here, so I think balls over the top are going to be key for the Swans here. Yeah,
and the Swans playing that 3 at the back as well, with 2 wing backs, Jude Malloy on the left and Dominic Ogan on the right, will very much be looking to stretch the Leatherhead defence as much as they can this game. It's a long ball that isn't won by the Swans defender, but Joe Hicks is in well to mop that up.
Yeah, no nonsense.
Keeps
there,
it in play,
well.
But Alex Kelly loses it. And Joe Hicks once again in to mop it up. Some great defending from the Swan skipper there. Bit of Simon back to Liam Allen, who just opts to get rid of it as opposed to looking to play out from the back.
Yeah, I think Leatherhead must know about these tactics because they're not letting Liam have a single touch on the ball here. They're chasing him down at every opportunity, and Liam is having to just resort to getting it out from the back there.
Number 9, Dave Tarpey, their talisman, who has the distinct record of having scored the most goals in a single season in the National League South. He scored 44 goals for Woking back in the 16-17 season, if my memory serves me correctly. Played for Barnet in League 2 as well, professionally. Only managed a handful of games there, but he's been on professional contracts in the Football League and at professional clubs. And he certainly is their danger man this season, already off the mark with a couple of goals this season.
Yeah, he doesn't look like your classic footballer, but he is not to be underestimated here. He can obviously get a goal from anything. I think he scored already 6 goals this season, including a few pre-season games. But will
He
be
will
sure we got an eye on him today.
certainly be the danger man for Leatherhead, that's for sure.
Ball comes wide to Dom Ogan here.
Dominic Ogan has an option to the right, but he opts to
inside.
shoot instead, but it's blocked. And Leatherhead can pick the ball up and look to launch a counter-attack here. It's not the swiftest of counter-attacks, and Max Blackmore is tracking back well to stifle anything that
Great work
Leatherhead
rate there.
might
We saw
have.
him play all 90 minutes the other day, tracking back like that all game long, and he's already doing it again today.
Luke Tufts once again very animated. I think he was slightly disappointed with the fact that Leatherhead didn't launch that counter-attack quicker. It was quite a slow move forward, really. And as you can hear him in the background screaming at the Leatherhead team to press, he knows that he cannot let the Swans build out from the back if Leatherhead are to really get a foothold in this game. Ball one, and it's Torin Roberts in midfield now. Torin plays it out left to Jude Malloy, the left wing back for the Swans today. Torin Roberts just appeared to be clipped. The referee plays advantage, and the Swans have it on the left. And a chance for Jude Malloy to get the ball in here for the Swans, and he does. And it's a ball over the top, but just misses the head of Max Blackmore, who climbed well, but it was
a good passage already from the Swans, going down the wing and able to get the ball. A very good
passage of play for the Swans. The cross was slightly overhit from Jude Malloy, but that was certainly a very good opening chance for the Swans to have perhaps worked an opening, and Max Blackmore could have got a header away there.
Yeah, it's just over his head, but sign of better things to come.
Yeah. If there was slightly less on that, you do feel if that was straight onto the head of Max Blackmore, that would have been 1-0. Yeah. Leatherhead really undone down the left flank there. Jude Malloy getting in behind and putting that cross in. Dominic Ogan now with the ball, plays it to John Gilbert, who can look to drive forward. Max Blackmore's making a run in behind, but it's well cut out by the Leatherhead defender. Neither side really unable to establish a clear foothold in this game after the 14.5 minutes that have gone so far. It's a ball out wide, and Leatherhead can look to get a ball in. They've got men in the box, and it's a deep ball to the back post, but it misses the head of their number 10 there, and it'll float out.
Deja vu of that previous chance for the Swans, wasn't it? Just across, just going over the heads there.
It was Elliot Buchanan, the Leatherhead number 10 there, who watched the ball sail over his head, and it's a Swans throw-in on this near side. It is Bank Holiday Monday, which does mean a full slate of fixtures in our league today. Currently all 0-0 across the league. The only other result is Hanworth Villa winning 1-0 at Chertsey Town after 15 minutes.
Yeah, maybe everyone's just got that Bank Holiday hangover right now, a bit slow out the blocks so far.
And Chertsey Town, no doubt, will be another one of those teams that will be up there by the end of the league. They lost the playoff final last year. Liam Allen just
took that to the face right there. He's
hoofing the ball into the stand there. The fan caught that square in the head, it looked like. But Liam Allen taking no chances there and putting the ball straight out of play. Well, I looked to hit him on the arm/shoulder. He just about got an arm in there to strike the ball away, that fan.
Hopefully it was only a Leatherhead fan, not a Walton fan there. So
It does look to be a Leatherhead fan. They are all sat in that left side there of the main stand. Leatherhead will look to get a long throw in here. Luke Tufts is absolutely incandescent at the Leatherhead number 17, who was forward for that throw in. Ball floats into the hands of Liam Allen, who will look to launch a Swans counter-attack. It's a ball out to Dominic Ogan, who has
great throw.
A lot of room to run into, but it's picked up by Louis Paget, the Leatherhead's number 2, and it's floated out by Luke Williams, but well cut out by Alex Kelly. But
that throw from Liam Allen there all the way to the halfway line reminded me of what I've just seen recently in the MLS. They've brought back goalie wars, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Liam would do great with a throw like that and those goalie wars there. Launching it to the halfway line.
Charlie Nicholas tries to play a long ball over the top, but it floats gratefully into the Leatherhead keeper's hands, who sprays a lovely ball out to the right-hand side there. Good defending by Torin Roberts.
That's a goal kick, isn't it?
Shouts for a handball behind the goal there from the Leatherhead fans, but it's a goal kick that's given in the end.
It's a good 50-50 there, but rolled out for a Swans goal kick.
Yeah.
The fans behind are getting very animated, calling for every single opportunity. They know that they may need a penalty to get this game over the edge for them here.
There is I've spotted an old Swans face there, Dean Rule, to our left-hand side here, who's currently at Bad Shot Lee. Some of the Bad Shot Lee players actually here to watch today. No doubt they will be trying to get into this league for next season, pressing for promotion in the league. We just came out of the Combined Counties Premier South Division. Leatherhead with a chance here, and they can again look to get a ball in, but it's blocked by Charlie Nicholas, and it's out for a corner on this far side here.
Yeah, first corner of the day. Let's see how the teams shape up for this. Swans with their very new centre-back partnership with Charlie Nicholas at the back there. See if he can tower over the rest of them and win a big header here. Get the ball clear for the Swans.
Yeah, and the Swans have struggled a bit from set pieces, defending corners especially over the past few weeks. Will be interesting to see what Leatherhead do here. They do play it short to Dave Tarpey, and will look to get it in from a different angle, and it bounces around, and it's a foul on Liam Allen there.
He did still have the ball in his hands. I think that was the correct call from the referee, but
it was a nervy
a bit of pinball in there, wasn't it? It seemed to bounce
it was
around
a
a
nervy
few shots
moment
from the Leatherhead strikers. They seemed to try and bounce it past Liam Allen there, but he got his hands on it well, and then a bit nervy there, but I'm sure he had it under control.
We have seen that a bit this season when the balls come in. Some of the defenders do, I wouldn't say panic, but sometimes it is difficult to cut the ball out, and defenders, well, the attackers can get in before the defenders, and we nearly saw that there, but thankfully a foul was given on Liam Allen. Just over 19 minutes gone at Fetcham Grove in this Isthmian South Central fixture between Leatherhead and Walton and Hersham for our fourth league game of the season. The ball lumped long, and it's bouncing around a bit. Leatherhead do pick it up, and it's another loose ball picked up by Torin Roberts. Dominic Hogan plays it out, tries to find Max Blackmore, but it's cut out by Leatherhead. Neither side really unable to establish any real pattern of play. I mean, I don't think any side has strung more than 5 or 6 passes together this whole game, really.
You can see the Walton management there screaming at the players, trying to get the ball down and play rather than hoofing. I think it's just that Leatherhead press is starting to close down the Walton players. But here we go, starting to make a few little moves here.
John Gilbert fouled in Leatherhead territory, and it is a chance for the Swans to put this in the box. It's about 40 or so yards out. But a good chance for Alex Kelly or Torin Roberts to perhaps float something into the box. Attempted short free kick, but the referee pulls it back. Looks like the Swans might try and play this short here.
Yeah, none of the centre-backs are in the box here, so I'm guessing they're going to try and work it into the box another route.
Max Blackmore is there, trying to move towards the back post, but the Swans do play it short indeed, looking to build out from the back as we've seen so many times. It's a ball that's nearly cut out by Max Blackmore. It wasn't great defending there from Leatherhead, and it was nearly a chance if it weren't for the quick reactions of the Leatherhead keeper, who just about
gifted Max Blackmore a chance though. He tried to get in behind, but the keeper just about smothers the ball, and I
think one thing is for sure, this has been a very even game thus far, and I think there is an equal chance of both sides taking the leads. Liam Allen plays it out on the left to Charlie Nicholas. He finds Torin Roberts. Luke Tufts is absolutely livid with Leatherhead's lack of pressing, I could say.
Yeah, they are trying to press, but the Swans, their skill is just able to keep the ball so far. Oh, magic.
Torin Roberts dodging that challenge there and keeping the ball, but assistant manager Billy Rowley not happy that he didn't move it on quicker.
Yeah, to switch it out to the left, there's some very free players out there. There you go.
John Gilbert wins the ball there and can look to drive forward, plays to Alex Kelly, finds Max Blackmore. This is a lovely passage of play from the Swans. Dominic Hogan has space on the right and puts a ball in, and John Gilbert goes down.
It seemed like the Leatherhead number 12 was even to take out John Gilbert there outside the box. He was running in there. But
I think it was more just a tangle of legs, really. I don't think there was any challenge made, and John Gilbert went to the ground, but the referee said nothing doing. Halfway through the first half now, 22.5 minutes in. Neither side, as I said, unable to establish any clear dominance in possession, or neither side really had that many chances to start, but this remains an open game, and I think whoever scores first will certainly have the best chance of winning the game and establishing that clear foothold in the game. Jude Malloy doing very well there to shepherd the ball out of play, and it's Swans goal kick on the far left-hand side in front of the Leatherhead fans there.
I must say, the brand new Swans kit out there you're seeing today is looking absolutely spectacular.
It's absolutely gorgeous, this Swans kit. I'm loving it. That kind of lighter blue top, the navy shorts, the white socks, Hagley West sponsor. Those numbers are looking amazing on the back as well. That little swan and robin logo just above the number on the neckline of the shirt. And these will be out on sale within the next few weeks, I hope, by probably the middle of September. It's a chance here. Eddie Simons picked up the ball. He has John Gilbert and Max Blackmore with him. Dominic Hogan makes a run in, but it's very well cut out by the Leatherhead defender there, who wins the ball. I don't think it was the defender even, it was the winger tracking back.
Eddie had a few options there. Maybe could have played through John Gilbert, but he went for the option with Dom, but I think the fullback just read it a bit too well and managed to cut that out there. Maybe if Eddie may have been a bit quicker with his decision making there, could have got him behind, but alas, good defending by Leatherhead there. This one's starting to get their grip on the game here, starting to spread the ball nicely from side to side, creating these openings.
It's well won by Leatherhead, by Dave Tarpey, who is driving through the Swans' defence, and it's a cynical foul by Dom Hogan, who will go into the book here. A cynical foul to stop the Leatherhead counter-attack, but there weren't a huge number of Swans players back there, and it's one of those challenges that sometimes you would think just has to be made.
Yeah, you do have to make them sometimes. I think there were two Leatherhead strikers running through there.
Yeah, the Swans did have...
You do see it a lot. It just needs to be to cut down the attack and get more Swans players behind the ball there. So I guess Dom took one for the team there.
The Swans did have a few players back. It could have perhaps got away without making that challenge, but sometimes you just have to be cynical and stop the counter-attack. Leatherhead will look to play this towards the back post. It's a deep ball in. But Dominic Hogan puts it straight into touch.
Yeah, it seems they are focusing their game around crossing at the moment, Leatherhead, aren't they? They're pressing high, but then just trying to get balls into the box. But, not able to create too many proper chances so far.
It's a lovely sunny day. The sun's just come out, pouring onto this gantry where we stand.
Yeah, talking of kits, you don't see many green kits out there, do you, in the league? I think, oh, it's a great ball in behind.
Lovely ball in, but just misses the lunge of Dave Tarpey there, but that was a very good chance for Leatherhead.
Diagonal ball from the fullback there, right in behind to the striker, and he goes over PJ's head. And Dave Tarpey almost able to get on the end of it, but just about overhit there. Alarm
bells ringing for the Swans. That was a lovely ball in from the right, which completely evaded Joe Pratley-Jones and nearly found the feet of Dave Tarpey, who just about missed it. And
slightly sloppy again there from the Swans as Eddie puts out for a Leatherhead corner.
Trying to build out from the back, but it's overcooked by Eddie Simon and out for a corner on this near side. Safe to say this hasn't been the highest quality game so far, George.
No, not quite. There's not been too many proper chances, but it's Leatherhead corner now, see what they can produce. I think Swans need to wake up a bit. It's been a bit slowing down for the last few minutes here.
Swung into the box and Joe Hicks gets a foot on it, and it's cleared off a line by Jude Malloy.
That is brilliant.
It was another chance for
those kind of blocks. They're as good as a goal, aren't they? That is great defending from him. Sat on that back post there, gets down and blocks the ball before it gets into the bottom corner. A lifesaver for the Swans there.
Leatherhead with a very good chance to take the lead there. Jude Malloy, the Swans left back, stationed at the back post there to hook that ball away, but once again, the Swans undone from a corner. Alex
lovely ball
Kelly
in behind.
sends it up, and Eddie Simon will win this, and he can look to get a ball in. Max Blackmore's getting into the box. John Gilbert's offering support. Alex Kelly now comes to offer support, and the Swans opt to just play it back and retain possession. Joe Pratley-Jones spraying it out to Jude Malloy, but it's cut out by the Leatherheads player on that far side. And he skips past the challenge of Malloy there and will look to drive forwards. Leatherhead looking the slightly more dangerous side now, I would say. The Swans really haven't been able to do much when they have had the ball. Max Blackmore's making a run here. He was offside. The flag does go up.
Yeah, he just got a tiny bit early there, didn't he? I think we
all
saw that pass coming, and he just went.
I think the ball came slightly late from Jude Malloy there. I think he could have perhaps looked to have played that a touch earlier. Max was holding his run. But it's a free kick to Leatherhead here, midway into Tanner's territory. Leatherhead might look to get a ball in here. It is put in by Mitchell Goff, but well won by Charlie Nicholas there.
Yeah, really able to start seeing the Leatherhead game plan now. They are just trying to lump those balls into the box, just try and create something. Nothing coming off that occasion though as the ball comes away.
Played forward by Louis Paget. Won again by Charlie Nicholas, but straight into Leatherhead possession. It's a ball over the top and a good ball to Archie Burnett, who has a chance here. And he flashes a shot just over the bar of Liam Allen. That was another good opening for Leatherhead, but another one that goes begging for them.
Yeah, another huge chance for Leatherhead there. If he managed to keep that shot down, it could have gone on target, maybe troubled Liam Allen, but Liam very happy to see that ball sail just over the bar there.
Yeah, Leatherhead certainly looking the more dangerous side now. The Swans haven't been that efficient in possession. They've rarely launched any real cutting attack or anything of threat to Leatherhead.
Yeah, really need to get a foot on the game here. But still 0-0, anything can happen. It is football, it is non-league out of anything. And we know how crazy these matches can become.
The Swans missing the presence of Harry Mills today, who is unavailable. Dominic Hogan filling in at right wing back for him.
Yeah, I'm hearing he won a free holiday through his work, so he's been unavailable this weekend. He was unavailable for the previous game as well.
He will be back for the FA Cup tie against Beaconsfield Town, the very, very big grudge match, I think we can call it, this Saturday, the 3rd of September, home to Beaconsfield Town in the first qualifying round of the FA Cup. Liam Allen out quickly here to get rid of the ball, and it will stay in play.
Yeah, John Gilbert racing back and chasing that down.
And it wasn't the best clearance. Mitchell Goff picks it up for Leatherhead, but he's challenged by Max Blackmore, who wins the ball. It's Eddie Simon now. Swans looking to keep possession. John Gilbert's open on that left side, but neither Toran nor Eddie can find him. It's Dominic Hogan now. The Swans really need to look to do something of note with possession, because they've passed the ball a lot, but really they haven't looked to test the keeper. They haven't put it in the box. They haven't had any shots really. So need to start seeing something more positive in possession. It's Toran Roberts now. Skips past the Leatherhead challenge, but he's again
tries to line up the shot, but just takes one too many touches and loses the ball. Oh,
dilly-dallying on the ball there, and very frustrating for the Swans, who have seen a lot of the ball but done absolutely nothing with it, to tell the truth. Well cut out by Alex Kelly, and the Swans can look to launch counter-attack here. Toran Roberts finds Eddie Simon on this right-hand side with a good sprayed ball out. He's got men in the box. Alex Kelly and Max Blackmore are both in. It's a deep ball that sails well over the heads of everyone in the box and out for throw-in on the far side. Instructions from assistant manager Billy Rowley, who wanted Eddie Simon to take the defender on there instead of putting the ball in earlier.
Yeah, he does have the ability to take on defenders, and we're seeing him just maybe playing the easy pass sometimes. So I think just I want to see him attack that Leatherhead defence, who haven't really been tested so far.
I think we could certainly look to see Jordan Adeyemi on in the second half sometime. He does have that lightning pace, and when he can get a yard or two in behind the defence and he can get the ball, he is such a threat from those through balls and crosses. So an attempted ball through to Eddie Simon that's well cut out. Leatherhead will look to launch a counter-attack. Archie Burnett drives forward and plays a ball straight into the path of Joe Pratley-Jones, who cuts it out for the Swans. The Swans now will look to launch an attack of their own, a foul on Eddie Simon, and it'll be a free kick to the Swans.
Swans need to get their head back in the game here.
Yeah, again,
last 10-15 minutes of the half here.
I think it's been, by all accounts, well, the way the managers would see it, it's a disappointing half for both sides, really. Neither side has really been able to establish a foothold in the game. Both sides giving away possession cheaply on a number of occasions, and neither side really unable to create anything of serious note. Leatherhead with 2 chances, one that was cleared off the line and another from Archie Burnett that was flashed over the bar. The Swans really are yet to test the Leatherhead keeper this half, and they will need to look to start doing something more soon if they are to get a goal or two in this game. It's a chance for Leatherhead now, who streaming forward. Joe Pratley-Jones collides with Dave Tarpey, and it's a foul here.
Referee given a foul. I'm not sure if he even saw what happened there. It was
the referee certainly didn't see what happened.
I think saw 2 men on the floor and a few appeals from the crowd there that seemed to have swayed his decision.
Yeah, there was absolutely no way, looking at the replay, that was a foul. The referee didn't see it, but I think he was just more swayed by the Leatherhead appeals. But really, really poor refereeing there to give the free kick.
Once again, Leatherhead looking to get the ball in the box here.
This is a good opportunity for Leatherhead here. It's another set piece, and we know how dangerous they can be from set pieces. There are 2 opportunities previously in this game coming from set pieces. It's a free kick here. Dave Tarpey stands over it for the Tanners. Keane Anderson, the number 11, also there.
He might shoot from this. He's lining up the shot, isn't he?
He will look to shoot, I think. He does.
The ball does its job, and
just about does its job. It was a chance for Elliot Buchanan, who got in there, who perhaps could have got a little more on that, but it was into the grateful clutches of Liam Allen, who plays it out now for the Swans. John Gilbert now driving at this Leatherhead defence. It is a foul. He has been clipped from behind.
So they're making a lot of cynical fouls, this Leatherhead team, whenever John Gilbert is able to get into space. But you're not seeing them get any bookings, such as the one that Dom got earlier.
I think Dom's one was pretty cynical, to say the least. I think this is about the limit of what you can do without getting a yellow card. That challenge there from Joshua Webb, the Leatherhead number 4. And the goal here from the Swans would certainly tip the scales in this match, even though they have been second best, truthfully, in this half so far. A lot of possession, but absolutely nothing of note done with it so far. It's a ball out to Dominic Ogan, who has a lot of time and space, and he can look to drive at the Leatherhead defence here. He plays it to John Gilbert, who tries a shot, but it's blocked on the edge of the box there. The Swans will look to recycle.
Yeah, lovely play from Dom there, able to cut inside, find the space, and manage to play John Gilbert in, who unfortunately the shot was blocked. The Swans still have the ball, able to produce something else here. Joe PJ driving with the ball, gets the ball in behind.
Ball in.
Max Blackmore. Oh.
And it's a header from Max Blackmore that's straight at Luke Williams, the Leatherhead keeper. That was the first real opening for the Swans, I would say. The first time that they've really tested the keeper.
Yeah, lovely connection from Max there. He's able to steer it goalward, but unfortunately just straight at the keeper, who managed to take it in his hands.
But that's what the Swans need to do. They need to be positive in possession, get the ball forward, and most importantly, get the ball into the box, get it to Max Blackmore, get it to Eddie Simon, get it to John Gilbert, especially when they have it in those wide areas.
But that was 2 chances within a minute there. We saw John Gilbert manage to get a shot away, and then Max getting a header away there. So I think just Swans starting to build back into the game here. Need to get a few more chances in this first half.
Alex Kelly in like a flash there, and Max Blackmore is breaking free, but the Leatherhead keeper is out quickly to deal with the danger. Picked up by Joe Pratley-Jones, though. It was very well read from Alex Kelly, who has made a lot of interceptions in this game so far. Some sloppy passes from...
Yeah, he was so alert there, wasn't he? Straight into the... Could see the pass from a mile off, managed to cut it out and create a chance, but unfortunately just overhit the pass. But again, promising things for the Swans.
Swans looking a bit more lively now, but it's a loose pass.
I think we just jinxed that one there. Commentator's curse.
Picked up by Keane Anderson. It's a ball in, and Joe Pratley-Jones just about deals with it. It's up in the air, but picked up by Leatherhead again. It's a ball into the box, but no one is in there for Leatherhead.
Yeah.
And
2 more balls into the box there from Leatherhead. Unable to make anything from them. I think the Swans are starting to know how to defend these crosses. And so they're really building into the game now, the Swans.
7 minutes plus added time to go before half-time. Both sides will no doubt be looking for a goal before we head into the break. Pressure on Eddie Simon there from Leatherhead, but the Swans keeping the ball well.
Lovely football there.
Leatherhead unable to beat the press, and Luke Tufts is furious on this near side here.
I don't think I've ever seen him happy yet.
Leatherhead, but with a ball out wide that will be kept in play. It's a good ball out from Josh Webb. Will Helstow can't keep it in play. It's out for a Swans throw, and they will look to launch it forward now. Mitchell Goff wins. Out to Will Helstow now. Out for a throw in for Leatherhead again.
Leatherhead trying to play the ball in behind there, but unable to make anything of it, and the Swans have the ball again. What can they start to build up and make from this passage of play here? Torn collects the ball, back to Jude Malloy over there.
Not a huge
Lovely
deal
little
of time.
triangles there. Come away with the ball.
Not a huge deal of time to go before half-time. I think the Swans might be happy to go in at 0-0 and look to do something in this second half now. It's with Eddie Simon on the right-hand side.
He's kept the ball well there. Back to Alex Kelly. Plays out to Torrin Roberts. So the Swans switching the ball very efficiently here, but just need to get in that final third a bit more. The ball goes in behind to John Gilbert. The keeper
Claimed
comes to
by
collect it once
the
again.
Leatherhead keeper, Luke Williams. A few fans starting to head towards the bar and the burger stand there for half-time refreshments. It's a very good turnout today, as I said. It's in the region of about, I would assume, maybe 400 or 500 people here today. It's a ball forward, and Dave Tarpey will get in front of Joe Pratley-Jones. No, it's a foul. It's offside, actually. The linesman has his, or lineswoman rather, has her flag up on the far side there.
Yeah, he was just sitting just behind Joe PJ, wasn't he, behind there? Clearly offside.
Swans looking to build out again from the back, but Leatherhead's press does pay dividends as they put the ball out for a throw, but it is a Swans throw, and Joe Pratley-Jones in two minds over whether to play it forward or play it backwards. One by Max Blackmore. It's out for a Swans throw here. Dom Hogan spreading it out to Charlie Nicholas here, out to Jude Malloy, and the Swans can look to work something. They have men forwards. If Jude can get a ball in, which he does, it's a good one to Dom Hogan, but the Leatherhead defender is in to win the ball.
Yeah, a bit of off the ball holding there, wasn't it?
A free kick to the Swans in very dangerous territory here. This is a fantastic opportunity if the Swans can work something here.
Leatherhead number 12 just holding Jude Malloy off the ball there. He's unable to press the ball. Ref spotting it and managing to pull the play back for a Swans free kick in a dangerous area here. Yeah, John Gilbert going over to take the ball here. Can he produce an excellent delivery in? Swans sending almost everyone up there into the box.
2.5 minutes plus added time to go. If there is an opportunity for the Swans, this is it. John Gilbert stands over it and puts it in. Punched out by Luke Williams. Torrin Roberts does pick it up though, but he doesn't stay in possession.
He tried a bit too much there.
Well won by Leatherhead. And Torrin Roberts gives away a free kick there. I think the Swans will probably be content to go in at 0-0. I don't think Scott Harris and Billy Rowley will be too happy with how this half has played out for the Swans. But still 45 minutes to come after this half to perhaps change the formation, get some substitutions on and change the fortunes of the Swans in front of goal, where they haven't been the most productive this afternoon.
Yeah, I think there will be some substitutions at half-time there to try and spark a little something different in the second half. Swans are unable to create too many proper chances this half.
I think we could potentially
although it is still 0-0, still nothing lost so far.
Yeah, nothing lost, but I think the worrying thing is the Swans haven't really looked a bit toothless in front of goal. They have been good in possession, but they really haven't created much of any note or any incision going forward, and they really should look to test Luke Williams in the Leatherhead net a bit more in that second half. Eddie Simon just tripping on the ball there, but retains possession. It's cut out here before Dominic Hogan can get to it, and it's a loose ball which will be gratefully picked up by the Swans here. Alex Kelly attempting to play a ball forward, but cut out.
It's cut out well there. That looked like it was going to be a dangerous ball in behind.
Out for a Swans throw, which Jude Malloy plays to John Gilbert. 30 seconds plus stoppage time to go here. The ball cut out once again, but Torrin Roberts wins it, and it's into the path of Eddie Simon. This is a great chance for the Swans, but it's out for a corner.
A good delivery there would have been ideal. We saw Max Blackmore in the middle there, ready to receive the ball, but just about cut out from the head defenders there.
That was very dangerous for the Swans. 1 minute of added time to be played here. John Gilbert will look to swing the ball in for the Swans, and he does, and it's a good ball in, and it's over the head of Joe Hicks there, picked up by Torrin Roberts, and it's hooked over by Joe Pratley-Jones there, and I think that will just about run down the clock.
Really was trying to create something out of nothing there. A little chest and volley from well outside the box there on the return from the corner.
Luke Williams over this free kick. I think this should be the final kick of the half, really. Won by Dom Ergen. And that is half-time at Fetcham Grove. Neither side really unable to establish a clear foothold in the game or real strong patterns of possession, but the Swans do go in level. Perhaps I would think more grateful to go in level with some of the chances that Leatherhead have had, but will certainly be looking to change their shape and perhaps bring on a few substitutions in the second half to shake things up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly there, Tej. I think no chances of no strong chances really there for the Swans. I think let's hope the second half produces a lot more magic. And yeah, we'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back for the second half of Leatherhead versus Walton. The first half was 0-0 and now a massive second half is needed for the Swans. It's quite cagey in the first half. We saw Leatherhead putting a lot of crosses into the box but unable to make too many big chances. Likewise for the Swans, unable to fashion too many big chances. But we've seen half-time there, the management team using every single second of that 15 minutes to give orders to the team. And let's see if they can produce something magical this half.
No changes for either side. Both teams lining up with the same teams they started the first half with. And the Swans get us underway. It's Max Blackmore taking the kick-off. And I think we can certainly look to see the Swans attacking the Leatherhead goal a bit more in this half, George Corey.
Yeah, we're already seeing a ball over the top there. See him get in behind there. You already see Max chasing it down. And this one's already getting a bit of early possession. Let's see if Joe could put in a big ball here. Yeah, get attack Leatherhead box for the first time in the second half.
This is the territory that Joe Pratley-Jones does like. He can float it in, certainly towards the penalty spot from here. He does have that in his locker, a very, very big long throw. And I do think we can look to see it here. The Swans getting players into the box. Max Blackmore, Charlie Nicholas, Eddie Simon, Joe Hicks all in there for the Swans. And Joe takes it. It's a great ball in. But it's cleared by Leatherhead. Torin Roberts wins. Joe Hicks puts it back in and Max Blackmore can look to win this. Good bit of strength from Max to keep the ball. Finds Joe Hicks. And Leatherhead just about get it away. Alex Kelly getting it. Took a touch off a Leatherhead player, but they'll pick it up now on this near side.
It was almost a bit nervy from the Swans attackers there, unable to really get the shot away. Thought Max maybe could have got a shot. Thought maybe Kelly could have got a shot. Maybe even Joe Hicks could have got a shot away on the edge of the box there. But I think just trying to make sure we get a clear sight on goal before we start attacking the Leatherhead keeper here.
A good early start from the Swans. Positive getting the ball forward and in and around the box. It's with Eddie Simon now. Jude Malloy picks it up and will look to try and get down the flank, but well cut out by Mitchell Goff. And Elliot Buchanan can't quite get a hold of it. Charlie Nicholas finds Alex Kelly with a good ball. And Alex Kelly's driving forward here. He's got options on both sides. He picks out Jude Malloy on the left-hand side here. Jude can look to try and get to the byline and get a ball in, but he opts to cut back in and find Alex Kelly. Alex Kelly with a lot of time and space, but a poor ball cut out by Josh Webb.
It's already much quicker from the Swans this second half. I think hopefully they can keep up the intensity throughout the whole half, and don't know if Leatherhead will be able to handle it. But here they come away. Dave Tarpey's driving into the Swans attack. Swans half, put ball in behind. Liam comes up to gather the ball and just about gets something on it and manages to hold on to the ball there.
PJ needs to learn to play to the whistle there because he was calling for offside and not actually tracking the ball, and really he should have been making every effort to get to the ball there, but the Swans are lucky to escape there because if that was a slightly sharper pass towards Dave Tarpey, that could have been 1-0 to Leatherhead.
Yeah, early chances for both sides here this half. Maybe there's a few more goals in this half we'll be able to see. Something for the fans here to cheer about. We've just been told the attendance at half-time was 505. I think that's one of the highest we'll see in the league today. A big turnout from both sets of fans, that is, as well. A lot of Swans fans down this side and Leatherhead fans as well on their side.
It's the ball's with Dave Tarpey now, but well won by Joe Hicks, and John Gilbert driving forward. He's fouled there in midfield, but the referee plays advantage. It's with Dominic Hogan now on the far side. Alex Kelly can look to get a ball in. Max Blackmore's calling for it, but Alex opts to retain the ball in midfield. It's out now to Jude Malloy, who has a lot of time and space to do something with it. It's slow from the Swans here. And the ball lost by Torin Roberts. It was another good passage of play from the Swans. It really stretched that Leatherhead defence, but not the sharpest of attacks there, and the ball lost back into Leatherhead possession.
Clever idea from Torin there, but just not quite the execution, trying to pop it in behind I think it was John Gilbert making the run in behind there.
It's over with Dave Tarpey now on the far side for Leatherhead. Plays it back to Louis Paget. Louis can look to get a ball in. It's blocked by his own player there.
Yeah, struck their own player there. Swan's able to make their own counter-attack now.
I think you can see that Perhaps a bit of tiredness having played 48 hours ago in this game. Neither side looking that energetic. Neither side running a huge amount in this game. It is always difficult when you play another game within 2 hours. It's a loose ball there, but the Leatherhead player is offside, Dave Tarpey. That was
a quick call from the linesman
Swans
there. One little quick deflection, but of course the striker is offside there. Dave Tarpey stopped before he was able to get anything away there. But the Swans coming forward now. Torin dancing away from his men. Oh, plays a lovely ball out wide here to Jude.
Jude's got a lot of time and space and can look to drive forward here and get a ball in, and he does exactly that. Oh. And it misses Max Blackmore, who got his feet a bit muddled up.
I don't know if he was ready for the ball there. It seemed like he didn't know the ball was going to go over the Leatherhead defenders there, but it just landed right at his feet and he just wasn't quite quick enough to react.
That was an excellent ball from Jude Malloy. Max Blackmore didn't quite anticipate it coming straight to his feet. But if he did, I do think that could have been 1-0 to the Swans. That was another excellent chance there. Yeah,
Swans absolutely flying out since half time here.
And I think it was similar to our second half start against Littlehampton. Came out of the blocks absolutely flying. Jude Malloy with the ball here again. Plays it back to Torin Roberts. Torin can look to get it into the box and he goes for a shot, but it's blocked in the end. He did have Jude over to his left. Dave Tarpey with the ball here now for Leatherhead, looking dangerous. Charlie Nicholas tracking him, the number 5 for the Swans. Tarpey will take it to the byline, but it's cut out by Charlie Nicholas, and it's out for a Leatherhead corner on this near side. Quite a vocal group of Leatherhead fans behind the Swans goal there.
They got a range of songs in their palette, don't they?
Josh Webb puts the ball in. It's a short corner that doesn't really leave the ground. John Gilbert wins with some great work rate and keeps hold of the ball and is fouled by Josh Webb. Surprised it's not a booking for stopping the counter-attack. I think it will be. Josh Webb will go into the book here.
Yeah, he's made a lot of cynical fouls. I thought he may have got a booking in the first half, but it seems like this one will go down as a booking.
Well-earned booking from Josh Webb, we could say there. That's not the first and not the second challenge he's made to stop a Swans attack, and rightfully into the book this time.
You have to keep an eye on that. He's already made a few of those fouls already. Will he keep making those fouls, and will Swans be able to force a red card out of the referee today? Saw that in our last game, the opposition goalkeeper in the last game for Uxbridge getting sent off as Swans scored the second goal.
Joe Hicks with a long ball, and Max Blackmore was running onto it, but it was cut out by the Leatherhead defender. Torin Roberts driving forward now, and he's got a lot of space to try and work something here.
Maybe one too many step-overs there.
Torin Roberts with his usual step-over ploy, but doesn't quite work out for him, and it's a Leatherhead free kick. A much sharper start from both sides, though, to this half for sure, though, George.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing very high energy levels. I wonder what the management team of Scott and Bill have said to the team at half-time. I think really sparks a lot of energy into the team there.
Well won by Joe Hicks, who climbs to head that to Max Blackmore, who retains possession. Nutmegs Keane Anderson there for Leatherhead, and the Swans retain possession of the ball.
And Charlie Nichols on the ball here. Can he play the ball out wide to Jude Malloy? He's got a bit of space. Cuts inside and plays a lovely ball there to Eddie Simon. Plays it back to Jude. Oh, and it's managed to be cut out by the Leatherhead defence. Again, different passages of play that you're seeing from the Swans here this half.
I think Leatherhead have been very resolute defending to start this half. They haven't really let any Swans attacks get too close to the goal, apart from that great cross from Jude Malloy that just evaded Max Blackmore at the far post. But the Swans certainly looking more positive in possession here. It's Max Blackmore now who can look to get a shot away, but it's blocked by Josh Webb for Leatherhead. Cleaned up, though, by Joe Pratley-Jones with a good ball to Torin Roberts.
I was saying much more positive play from the Swans. They're really going forwards, not just holding the ball in the middle. Seeing a lot more crosses and attacks from the team here.
Torin finds Jude Malloy. John Gilbert to Alex Kelly in the middle. He finds Max Blackmore. It's a good exchange, and it's out to Dominic Hogan. This is a good chance for the Swans here. Dom shoots, but it's over the bar.
Yeah, he had a bit of space there, managed to take it onto his left foot, cut inside, and just bends it just high and wide there. If he kept it down, it could have been just like Arne Robben used to do back in the day, but it wasn't quite Arne Robben today. But once again, the Swans really showing their dominance this half. They keep pressing forwards. Really putting Leatherhead defenders on strings here. So they can keep this up and for the rest of the second half here. Well won by Alex Kelly there.
Up well.
Into Max Blackmore, who finds Dom Hogan out in space on the right there.
Ball just slipping from Dom's feet there as he gives it away, and Dave Tarpey is onto this in a flash here. Joe Pratley-Jones just about getting ahead.
Swans finding a lot of space in the second half so far. Torin playing a lovely ball out there to Dom.
But it just is ahead of him and will go out for a throw-in on the far side. Leatherhead manager Luke Tuff's not happy with the lack of support for Dave Tarpey there on that Leatherhead attack. I think we can potentially look to be seeing a Swans substitution or two within the next 5-10 minutes. Jordan Adiemi will certainly be coming on. I think we can look to see Arsene Ujkai as well come on in midfield. Joe Hicks has the ball and plays it to Torin Roberts. Torin with a loose touch though, and Leatherhead lump it forward, and Dave Tarpey is through here. This is a great chance for Leatherhead, but Joe Hicks is across very well.
Captain Joe Hicks showing his dominance there, coming in and chesting the ball back to the keeper, shutting down the attack.
Has certainly been a leader's performance from Joe Hicks in that Swans defence today. He has read pretty much every ball that has come through to him so far. Quite a tough ask in defending a striker as prolific as Dave Tarpey, but Hicks has performed very well.
Spot a lovely ball out wide to Jude down here. But Jude is apparently offside.
Jude is flagged by the lineswoman on the far side there. Not a huge amount of goals going in across the league amongst other teams as well. I think one of the other boys, Kalodge, mentioned at half-time that fatigue, having played 2 games in the space of 48 hours, is certainly taking its toll on a lot of teams. Will Helstow here, the number 17 for Leatherhead, who falls over himself. And Jude Malloy picks the ball up, tries to get it away, and he does to find Torin Roberts. Torin has a chance to drive forward. Torin, one of those players who wasn't involved on Saturday, certainly a fresher pair of legs for the Swans. But his ball is cut out and back into Leatherhead possession.
Luckily, Swans able to make the most of a little mistake there from the Leatherhead defence. They push up, take a throw, play it quickly back to Jude here.
I think even in this half, neither side again really able to establish any clear foothold in possession. The Swans obviously looking to dominate more and build out from the back, but haven't been able to string a huge amount of passes together when going forwards. It's a free kick to the Swans here in dangerous territory, and John Gilbert will no doubt fancy his chances from here. No Harry Mills for the Swans today.
Yeah, some of the fans from home might be wanting Harry Mills over this free kick, but he is not available today. So it's back to that man John Gilbert to see if he can get a strike on target here.
Harry Mills certainly is the set-piece free kick specialist for the Swans, but John Gilbert also has a very, very strong right foot. We saw him lash one in from 30 yards last weekend against Littlehampton Town in the FA Cup, and no doubt John Gilbert will be fancying his chances from here. There is no one else with him over the free kick. It is clearly his. And
yeah, Leatherhead had a similar free kick from here in the first half, in which they hit the wall before Liam collected it. To see, I
would expect John does go for
here.
Goal here, and he does, and it drifts just wide of Luke Williams's near post. It wasn't the greatest free kick. He did have a lot of room on that side of the post there, but he fails to work the keeper.
Yeah, he just tried to place it, didn't he? But I think he just got a bit too much curl on it, and it just fell wide of the goal there.
Another good opportunity for the Swans. We are nearly on the hour mark now.
Yeah, we are able to see Swans definitely dominating this half compared to the first half, creating a lot more going forwards. Leatherhead really unable to get into the Swans' final third here.
Leatherhead fans claiming there was a push on Josh Webb by Max Blackmore here, but there wasn't. Max Blackmore running forward, but Mitchell Goff with a good challenge to cut the ball out and send it for a Swans throw-in on this near side. So Leatherhead throw-in. The referee says it came off Jude Malloy. There's going to be substitutions for Leatherhead here.
Yeah, first substitution of the day.
Will Helstow, the left wing back, makes way for the Tanners.
Yeah, I think that was the right winger there. He's looked quite dangerous this half, but he's clearly just blown out of steam as he's trying to press the Walton.
And it's Reece Robbins in. Reece Robbins in at, well, it's right wing for Leatherhead. Reece Robbins on for Will Helstow, who was always looking lively today down that channel, looking to give Jude Malloy a bit of a headache every time he came forward. But fresh legs now for the Tanners. Leatherhead get a ball in, and it's floated towards the back post where Jude Malloy wins it well, but picked up by Josh Webb. Cut out once again by Jude Malloy, who's played very well today on this left wing back side for the Swans. Always.
Yeah, potentially that's why they've had to take that previous right winger off, but let's see if Jude already so far getting the better of him, winning those two crosses there.
It's a chance Dave Tarpey can shoot here, and he does, but it's straight into the arms of Liam Allen. It was another good opening for Leatherhead, who could have perhaps looked to have got something slightly stronger away on goal, but Liam Allen claims it well, throws it out to Torin Roberts now. I think the Swans will certainly benefit from the presence of Jordan Adiemi in 5 or 10 minutes so when he enters the fray. Eddie Simon battling on this left-hand side
plays
the ball through to Max Blackmore, who picks it up. He doesn't have support in the box, but he plays the ball in nonetheless. No support over. Dominic Hogan is steaming up that right flank to try and win it.
Yeah, I think he just hoped someone would be in the box there, but there was no one in the Swans box. It was only really Eddie and Max there, and they're both on the same side of the pitch.
Yeah.
But again, a promising attack for the Swans, definitely managing to get in behind the Leatherhead defence. You see Max Blackmore's pace there.
The Swans building out well. It's a good ball from Jude Malloy to Eddie Simon. I think you could feel that there might be a goal coming soon. Both sides have been slightly sharper going forwards, opening up the defences a little more, and if the Swans can get something away, I really fancy a Bolton goal here. Dominic Hogan drives and puts the ball in.
Ooh.
And it's palmed away from goal by Luke Williams in the Leatherhead net. Another good opportunity for the Swans. Sent out, which is won by Charlie Nicholas, and the Swans will recycle through Torin Roberts.
Great feat from Dom there, taking the defender left, right, and managing to get a shot away on his right foot. The keeper just palmed over the out. But Swans got the ball again here. Torin Roberts on the edge of the box, able to get a shot away. Cuts onto his right foot, bends one.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Torin Roberts to give the Swans the lead. It was a brilliant strike from the edge of the box. He sold the Leatherhead defender with a dummy and curled an absolute beauty into the net.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? The defender thought he was going to take it on his left foot, cut inside onto his right foot, and bent one into the bottom right corner from well outside the box.
Well, I did tell you, George, there was a goal coming. 30 seconds after I said that, the ball is in the net. And what a brilliant goal from Torin Roberts to give the Swans the lead. And this is really going to change the game now, as Leatherheads will have to come out and attack.
Yeah, we've definitely seen the Swans dominating this half so far, and that is definitely something to show for their efforts. Torin Roberts there with the goal. Potentially, did he have fresher legs having missed the match on Saturday? Maybe that's one for the psychologists to work out. But definitely a massive goal for the Swans there at the start in the second half.
Certainly,
63rd minute.
One thing I was complaining about in the first half was a lack of shots on goal. And really, with the quality of players that the Swans have, you just need something like that to happen. And Torin Roberts took it on and found the back of the net with an absolute peach of a goal there. I believe that's his first league goal for the Swans. It is his second goal. He did score in our League Cup final right at the end of last season at the start of May. It's a chance here, but Keane Anderson flashes it wide for Leatherhead.
Some tricky feet there as he manages to fashion some space for himself, but flashes the shot just wide of the goal. And Liam Allen able to take the ball for another Swans goal kick.
All of a sudden, this game has come to life. And really now, as I mentioned, Leatherhead will have to come out and really press and really throw everything. It's difficult having played just 48 hours ago, but they cannot afford to lose this game. "65 minutes gone now, 25 minutes remain, and the Swans will be making a substitution. It looks like Arsene Ushkai is going to come on for the Swans. I think we were potentially looking at seeing Jordan Adeyemi come on the pitch, but I'm not sure how likely that is now with the Swans having grabbed this goal and a lead which they can ultimately look to protect now.
Yeah, I think we're seeing...
It will be Eddie Simon making way for Arsene Ushkai as Dominic Ogan floats one into the car park. Another ball on the pitch. Arsene Ushkai, George corrects me. An Albanian name, so not the easiest one to pronounce. But Arsene will be making his way onto the pitch now nonetheless, in place of Eddie Simon, who's worked very well today for the Swans. Always pressing that Leatherhead defence and looking positive in behind.
Well played, Eddie. Let's see if Arsene's able to solidify that central midfield a bit more. Potentially we'll see Toran push forward a bit further now. Maybe he can make more chances for himself. There's also maybe potentially sit next to Alex in there. But yeah, still with around 25 minutes to play today.
You could feel...
A timely substitution as definitely seeing some tired legs out there now.
It's going to be a double sub from Leatherhead as well. Jermaine McGlashan will be coming onto the pitch, their assistant manager, along with Tom Bird. I don't think the Swans will be looking for a second goal, but they'll certainly be looking to protect this lead now with the more defensive presence of Arsene Ushkai on the pitch.
Yeah, we have one of the fellow Walton owners tuning in from Prague currently. He's on Twitter. He's currently in
the airport.
Literally out on the flight right now, about to take off, and let's hope by the time we land, he'll hopefully have some good news when he refreshes the Twitter feed later on.
Yeah, we do have live updates of the match on Twitter for every single game, as well as football web pages, which is a brilliant app where you can get live updates and notifications as the goals go in all around our league. So make sure to download the Football Web Pages app on the App Store. That's the Play Store or the Apple Store. Either of those work. And you can get live updates.
Or follow our Twitter where we have regular updates at every single match.
I think you mentioned it was one of the owners. It's actually the chairman tuning in from an airport in Prague who's following the result rather keenly now as his flight is just about to take off. But I hear you're also jetting off on holiday soon, George.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm unfortunately missing the FA Cup match next weekend, which I'm absolutely gutted about. So I will be having to tune in, just as Jack has done today. I'll be tuning in from New York on the weekend. Any of our New York followers, hopefully we can do a little link up, maybe do a little watching party together.
Yeah, we do have a lot of followers in the US. There was a handball there potentially from Leatherhead's number 12. It bounced, looked to have bounced on his shoulder. It's a ball to Jermaine McGlashan, but it's well defended by Jude Malloy on this left side for the Swans. And Toran Roberts defending well to push the ball out for a throw-in. Just over 21 minutes remaining in this game. Jermaine McGlashan is fouled by Jude Malloy, and it's advantage played, and it's a great chance for Tom Bird.
That was almost the new substitutes linking up right away there. That was the number 7 working his way down the wing, cuts the ball into the number 3, also just got subbed on. Lashes a shot from outside the box, but it is blocked and
it was the
away.
assistant player manager, Jermaine McGlashan, for Leatherhead, driving very well down that right flank there, and the ball being cut back to the other sub, Tom Bird, who fired a shot goal bound, but it fell into the path of Elliot Buchanan, the number 10, who was offside, and the Swans have a free kick here.
I didn't realise that, the assistant manager. That does make sense. I'm only seeing one face in that Leatherhead coaching team down there. He was screaming away all for the first 60 minutes, and now he's on the pitch to see if he can see if he's able to make a difference that he's been trying to force from the sidelines now. But Swans coming up here. John Gilbert able to just about doesn't keep the ball there.
John Gilbert might go into the book here for that challenge. Avoids a booking, actually.
We've seen some worse challenges than that today. I'm sure he'll get away with that one.
It's going to be another Swan substitution. Jordan Adiemi is limbering up now. I think he will be entering the action, perhaps in place of Max Blackmore, who did play all 90 minutes against Uxbridge, if I'm right.
He did indeed. And, but he's not looking tired out there. He's still moving well. I'm sure he really wants to get himself a goal today as well.
A great professional, Max Blackmore, always working hard, always giving his 100% for the team. It's a ball that's played short but cut out. It was not the most well-worked opening for Leatherhead there. Max Blackmore wins it and tries to release Alex Kelly, who's steaming forward down the right channel here. An unreal work rate from Alex Kelly.
That's a clever little chip from the Leatherhead goalie there.
Leatherhead's gifting possession back to the Swans once again. Torin Roberts being screened in midfield, and Leatherhead have the ball back through Josh Webb, who's driving forward. This could be an opening here. A really poor pass straight into the path of Charlie Nicholas. Leatherhead really haven't been the greatest in possession today, and I think the manager, Luke Tufts, is going to be quite disappointed with how many times they've given away the ball cheaply. I think the Swans were also guilty of that in the first half, but to their credit, have certainly mopped up giving the ball away a lot in this half. Ball given away once again. Jude Malloy clears, but it's picked up by Mitchell Goff, the number 6 for Leatherhead. This ball played forward, but Joe Hicks once again in well to cut it out. He's been a rock at the back for the Swans today. Still 20 minutes to go to keep that Leatherhead strike force at bay. But in the 71.5 minutes gone so far, he has put in a very strong performance.
Yes, it's much better from the Swans here this second half. The goal coming from Torin Roberts, a lovely strike from outside the box.
And it's
after a very cagey first half, which was end-to-end, which potentially Leatherhead dominated, but the scoreline is very much in Swans' favour right now.
And sometimes that's just what you need. It's just a moment of brilliance that wins games, and we've had so much of possession and a lot of the ball in and around the Leatherhead box and half, and sometimes you just need to do something special. And
yeah, we're seeing the substitution here. Jordan Adiemi coming on for the Swans. Looks like it'll be in place for Max Blackmore here. Another very solid performance from Max, having just played 2 days ago. And let's see what Jordan can do. He played 70 minutes the other night. Let's see if he's saved those legs and able to run around, give those Leatherhead defenders a late run around, as they're definitely tiring out there. We know what pace he has, and let's see if he's able to get in behind and create a few more chances for the Swans.
This is something that Leatherhead will definitely have to be wary of, and a threat I'm sure they're aware of. Luke Tuff's direct words: do not get in a foot race, because rest assured they are losing it with Jordan Adiemi. And if Leatherhead do try and push up in search of an equaliser, they will have to be wary of the ball being played through to Jordan Adiemi. He is without doubt one of the quickest players in the league, probably in non-league. He is absolutely lightning quick. Came out of Leyton Orient's academy as an 18-year-old. He's been in and around non-league ever since. But he is a formidable task for an opposition defender to deal with his pace.
First time to show his pace.
And here he is again, driving forward into the Leatherhead box, and Mitchell Goff.
I'm not sure how there wasn't a foul there. He seemed to literally just, he saw his arms wrap around Jordan there.
Mitchell Goff screening Jordan Adiemi there. It's a
weird 2 decisions there. He didn't give one foul, but then gave a very soft decision the Leatherhead way. So just very animated faces down on the touchline here in both coaching departments.
Josh Webb now in midfield for Leatherhead. The clock ticking away, 14 minutes just under plus added time to go. Dominic Hogan may look to see this ball out. And he wins a goal kick in the process instead. One thing is, this is our last fixture of the month now, and our goal of the month competition will be coming out very soon. There have been some absolute bangers this month, and I certainly think that Torrin Roberts one will be in the compilation. 5 to choose from. I think the vote will be out later this week, perhaps towards Thursday, Friday. As the Swans break again now down the right, Dominic Hogan in no real rush to do anything, but he finds John Gilbert, and the Swans will look to go again. John Gilbert's shot is blocked and out for a throw-in.
John Gilbert shooting there, and as you were saying in the goal competition, he's definitely got some contenders up there. We saw his strike against Littlehampton last week from around 30 yards out. Again, just 2 days ago as well, scoring a great first-time shot from the right-hand side of the pitch.
I think Harry Mills' free kick against Kennington will certainly be in there. John Gilbert's strike against Littlehampton, Torrin Roberts' goal today.
Potentially Jordan Adiemi's away at Kennington as well.
Jordan Adiemi's at Kennington was a brilliant goal. Some good contenders in there for this month. I think there's going to be some stiff competition, but that goal from Torrin, selling the dummy to the Leatherhead defender and curling a peach into the corner, that will certainly be a strong contender for the August goal of the month.
Yeah, make sure you check out all our goals on both our TikTok and our YouTube channels, where we post highlights and pre-match and post-match interviews.
The Leatherhead bench looking slightly unsettled at this point, knowing what this game means. John Gilbert is brought down there, but the linesman flags in favour of Leatherhead, but it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's one of those 50-50s. You just let it run for a goal kick. Yeah, not wanting John to pick up another yellow card. He's picked up a few so far this season, so don't want him getting any bans for any potential FA Cup ties coming up.
It's a long ball floated over. Joe Pratley-Jones gets his head to it, but Leatherhead retain possession and try and play it forwards, but Dominic Hogan does well to cut it out. The Swans players upset that an offside call wasn't given there in favour of Walton and Hersham. John Gilbert pressing well. Josh Webb goes down and wins a free kick for Leatherhead. A late stage of the game, but John Gilbert with an immense work rate, even still having played almost all of the game on Saturday against Uxbridge. Swans do well to win the ball. And it pings around there. It's out on this far side to Jermaine McGlashan, who chests it over Jude Malloy and goes down, but referee says nothing doing. The Leatherhead fans not too happy with that, but I do think Jermaine McGlashan went down perhaps a little too easily there. The ball out for a throw-in on this near side here.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing the local derby getting a bit feistier now. Personally, I'm not too convinced that was a penalty.
It was a complete dive. It was a complete dive from Jermaine McGlashan. Looking at that again. Went down far too easily there. Chance for the Swans here. John Gilbert has Jordan Adiemi to his left, and it's a cynical foul by Mitchell Goff, who will go into the book here. The Swans can look to run down a bit of the clock here, but that was similar to Dom Hogan's foul in the first half. A cynical foul by Mitchell Goff to stop the Swans' counter-attack there.
Yeah, definitely seeing this local derby heating up here in the final 15 minutes.
And seeing a lot of frustration from the Leatherhead side as well, who are now resorting to a bit of the dark arts to try and get something out of this game. But no doubt the Swans will be looking to control from here. Still just under 12 minutes plus added time to go. Mitchell Goff into the book there for the Tanners. John Gilbert goes for it, but that bends high and wide and towards the corner flag more than anything.
Didn't mean that, did he?
Instructions from the Leatherhead bench, just stay calm. from the
Yeah.
manager, Luke Tufts. Don't do anything silly. Keep possession of the ball. There's still time for Leatherhead to try and get something out of this.
There's also time for Swans to potentially get some more goals. Let's hope they can add them to that goal of the month we were just talking about there as well.
Well, I wouldn't expect to see any more bangers today, but any goal would certainly go
John
down
Gilbert
well
was
for the
trying
Swans.
one there, but it didn't quite come off as he expected it. If that had gone in, it definitely would have been in our goal of the month.
think
But
he
we
shanked
saw
it
it bent
more
the absolute. Yeah,
Put his foot through it, as opposed to the curler we saw from Torin Roberts. Jermaine McGlashan driving forward and puts a ball in, but it's towards the back post, missed by Joe Pratley-Jones, but picked up by Dominic Hogan, who will just meekly punt the ball forwards. Leatherhead applying a bit more pressure here now. It's a good ball in this time and into the attempted path of Elliot
Liam was
Buchanan
out
there.
so
but
quickly there to take that in his hands.
Liam Allen reading that as well as ever. Out to Jude Malloy now. The Leatherhead players will have to work hard if they are going to get something out of this. Swans happy to keep possession at this point. Charlie Nicholas finding Jude Malloy, finds Jordan Adiemi, who certainly has better of Mitchell Goff in a foot race, but doesn't quite get goal side of him. Jordan happy to keep it and play it to John Gilbert.
Driving towards the box there, cutting on his right foot.
Tries a shot. It is deflected in the end, and the Swans have a corner on the far side.
Yeah, it was well worked from Jordan there, out of nothing. Just managed to find a bit of space, try and curl a shot forwards, and gets a corner for the Swans. John Gilbert to step up and put this corner into the box for the Swans. We're seeing the big centre-backs of Joe Hicks and Charlie Nicholas coming into the box now. See if they can try and get on the end of this one. Swans being wary and still keeping 3 men back at the halfway line for the Leatherhead counter-attack. Don't want to concede a late goal here. Ball comes in, out to Jordan on the edge of the box, who knocks it back in. But there's no one to get on the end of that for the Swans.
Luke Williams tries to spray it long. It finds Jermaine McGlashan, but Jude does very well to read that and win the header.
Yeah, he's playing very well out there, isn't he, today?
He has had a phenomenal game at the back for the Swans today.
They keep changing the winger. I think that's the 3rd man they've put on him today, and he's managed to get the better of all of them.
Yeah. Him and Joe Hicks at the back have been exceptional thus far, but still just over 8 minutes and added time to go to preserve this clean sheet and a very important Derby Day 3 points for the Swans. Another substitution for the Swans. Midfielder Reece Brewster will be coming on, and it's Torin Roberts, it looks like, who will be making way. It is Torin Roberts who will be making way for the Swans. A very good performance from him today, but that moment of magic just after the hour mark, about 65 minutes in, cutting in, selling the Leatherhead player a dummy. Applause from all sides of the ground where Swans fans are positioned, and a like-for-like change as midfielder Reece Brewster will take his place in central midfield.
Yeah, it was an excellent finish from Torin Roberts there, wasn't it? We saw he had on his left foot, cut onto his right foot and bent it into the bottom right hand corner around 20 minutes ago. But now Reece Brewster coming on, hopefully again try to solidify things. The Swans don't try and concede at the last 10 minutes here. A clean sheet would be crucial for the Swans right now. We haven't kept one in the league so far, and you can tell it's definitely what the management want here.
It will no doubt be a difficult last 7 minutes, as Leatherhead will no doubt throw the kitchen sink at the Swans. Liam Allen happy to keep the ball, no real pressure from Leatherhead. Elliot Buchanan goes up to make Liam Allen claim the ball. Leatherhead keeping men up for the press here. Dave Tarpey's there, Elliot Buchanan's there. Liam opts to get rid of it and go long, and Mitchell Goff is under this for Leatherhead. Swans bench unhappy that Liam simply got rid of it. I think they would have liked him to have built out from the back, but taking no chances here with not long to go for the Swans. It's a strike from distance that sails well wide of Liam's goal.
Yeah, it was definitely a shot flashed away out of desperation there, as Leatherhead really struggling to come up with any chances of late.
The Swans management adamant that Liam should play it short. They were unhappy at the attempted long ball through to Jordan Adeyemi as he was up against 4 defenders there. The Swans mucking around with it at the back. Billy Rowley, the Swans manager, is irate here on the near side at the Swans giving the ball away there.
Reese in loads, acres of space up here. He's just unable to quite keep the ball as it rolls out. But that's exactly what the management team want, just still keeping players up for the long balls. Leatherhead sending so many men forward in this late stage of the match. But Swans able to hit him on the counter-attack here.
Jordan Adeyemi will press here. Luke Williams sends it long. Well won by captain Joe Hicks, and Reece Brewster has a bit of time in midfield and he plays it to Jordan Adeyemi, who has a lot of time and space to do something here. He's out on this left-hand side here, but plays it back to Jude Malloy. The Swans with a lot of time and space. A real lack of urgency from Leatherhead at this stage of the game. Oh, Jude doing brilliantly there to get past him, and he's gone down. His shirt was being tugged. Referee says nothing doing though. Charlie Nicholas wins the header, and Alex Kelly sends it into the field behind us.
Yeah, well over our heads there.
Probably the 5th or 6th ball that's been lost today.
Yeah, as you can see there, Swans pushing for a goal in this last couple of minutes. Really trying to put this to bed.
4 minutes plus added time to go. The clock ticking away for Leatherhead, but no doubt they will have a few more chances before the final whistle goes. Can the Swans see it out with just a few minutes on the clock? Josh Webb will have a try, but it's another sighter from him and away from goal, and one that Liam Allen claims gratefully.
Yeah, once again, another flash shot from Leatherhead there.
Jude Malloy plays it to Jordan Adeyemi with a good first touch, and the Swans will look to just keep possession. It's a loose touch from Jude Malloy. Leatherhead looking to restart an attack quickly. With Keane Anderson now in the Leatherhead midfield. Luke Tufts once again very, very animated on this near side. Instructions also being barked from the Swans bench, but it's a loose ball that's given to Alex Kelly, who does well to retain possession. John Gilbert with it now. The Swans can either go for goal or look to head to the corner flag. John Gilbert plays it back to Adeyemi.
Lovely little 1-2 there.
Keep the ball is the instructions from the Swans dugout. And that's exactly what they will look to do. Don't do anything silly, don't give the ball away. We have the lead. It's a ball through to John Gilbert, who has a chance here, and it's a lob over the keeper. And it's in, it's 2-0. It's a historic win for the Swans at Fetcham Grove. John Gilbert with the second of the day, and that is game, set and match for the Swans.
That was an absolute peach of a ball from Charlie Nicholas there. Played it right through the middle, right to John Gilbert, who had no other option but to lob the Leatherhead keeper, who was in absolute no man's land. What a goal for the Swans there.
This has been an absolutely brilliant performance from the Swans in this second half. Leatherhead now 3 straight home losses to start the season for the most well-resourced team by a country mile in the league. This does not bode well for Leatherhead manager Luke Tufts. I'm sure questions will be asked of him again today, but for a Leatherhead team with the quality of players they've had, have really, again, just not been at the races today.
Yeah, absolute elation down there in the Swans dugout for that goal.
Still 90 seconds plus added time to play, but I do think this game is pretty much over now, barring an absolute miracle turnaround. It was a long ball out there that Found John Gilbert, who lobbed the keeper brilliantly first time. I did say we weren't expecting another goal to go in the goal of the month compilation, but I certainly think that could be one that goes in there, George.
Yeah, it was a beautiful play, wasn't it? Oh, I'm not sure what the referee's seeing in that, but Leatherhead win a late free kick here in the Swans half. Swans not taking any chances, putting every man behind the ball here. Apart from Jordi Adeyemi, who does remain up top, potentially to spark a little counter-attack. Let's see what Leatherhead can create here as they try and get a late goal back. Ball comes
all sent in, but
straight to Liam Allen.
Nothing doing there, and Liam Allen out to gratefully claim.
Yeah, he won't be in any rush here to take a free kick, a quick kick. He plays the ball out wide to Dom Hogan. He's able to drive with it, but again, the management team saying to keep the ball right now. Yeah. Keep it easy. Let's hang on to possession, hang on to the win here.
Less than 60 seconds to go plus added time, and time for our man of the match, George Corey. I think there are a few candidates, but who would you give it to today?
As you say, there's a few candidates. We saw a lovely finish from Torin Roberts earlier. We've just seen a lovely goal as well from John Gilbert there. We've also seen brilliant performances from Jude Malloy, who's had 3 different wingers come out to try and attack him, and none of them able to get the better of him so far. Yeah. So I think I will personally have to give it to Jude Malloy here. Brilliant performance from the young left back.
And it was his ball that found John Gilbert for that final Swans goal there. Oh, was it Charlie? It was Charlie's ball, actually, yeah.
But it was almost... Wait, that was Jude with the assist of the assist. We'll give him that. But nevertheless, a very solid performance from him. And again, picking up a clean sheet for the Swans. Our first clean sheet of the league season. Oh!
Well, not yet. Jordan Adeyemi could chase us down, but Luke Williams will get to it first and just simply punts it into touch. Sails past the gantry just by us here. Jude Malloy, our man of the match for the Swans today. An excellent performance from him at the back. Into added time now. The board is yet to go up, but I can't imagine there'll be a huge amount of time added on.
Yeah, we've seen incredible running from every single Swans player, despite playing just 2 days ago. We've seen running from Alex Kelly, John Gilbert, Max Blackmore when he was on as well. Everyone trying their hardest out there on the pitch. A great performance all round for the Swans, especially in this second half. Yeah. They've dominated possession, created so many chances and really shut out any Leatherhead attack.
And for all the chances that Leatherhead did have in the first half, the Swans did go in level and came out a different side in the second half, as we have seen. Not for the first time this season. We saw that against Littlehampton Town last week, where the Swans came out of the blocks flying in the second half. Well, Leatherhead taking a bit of a liberty here, giving a man of the match, I think. I don't think there's been a single player that can take a man of the match award after today's performance.
Yeah, they've given us their number 12, who I've only really seen him give away fouls today, so I'm not really sure where that man of the match is coming from.
Yeah, but a bit of a weird one to give away a man of the match after a 3rd straight home loss. Luke Williams plays it out here to their man of the match.
But potentially there's a late chance for Leatherhead coming here as they try and make something into the Swans half. It's Dave Tarpey there in a bit of possession, puts the ball into the box.
It's a good ball in, and Jermaine McGlashan goes up, but he can't quite get to it. It'll be kept in here and floated over for a goal kick, and that really should be that now. I think that was the final chance of the game for Leatherhead to get something, but this has been a fantastic, fantastic performance in the second half from the Swans, George.
Yeah, absolutely. This is exactly what we wanted to see. We said at half-time we saw Scott and Bill giving a lot of talk to the players, using every single moment of that half-time to give them orders, get tactics going, and we've seen it all work to perfection this half, haven't we?
Seconds remaining. Jermaine McGlashan flagged as he came from an offside position. Leatherhead fans heading for the exits. Not a very good place for them to be. 3 straight home losses in the bottom half of the table now. I do think they'll turn it around, George, but if you're going to start a season properly, this does not bode well for them. And a very big Derby Day win on Bank Holiday Monday here for the Swans.
And this result was absolutely massive in terms of the Swans, in terms of the league. Walton now move up into 3rd place, which is within the playoff places.
The two Leatherhead defenders collide with each other, a calamitous moment, and John Gilbert's in here, and it could be a 3rd for the Swans. Arslan Ujkai, but it's just saved by Luke Williams. It was a brilliant chance for the Swans to put a bit of gloss on the result. A calamitous moment with two Leatherhead defenders running into each other. I think that just about sums up their league season so far, to be honest. It's played forward. Jordan Adeyemi is in an offside position, but that is full time at Fetcham Grove. It's a huge Derby Day win for the Swans. A brilliant 2-0 performance, 2 second-half goals, 2 moments of brilliance, really. The first from Torin Roberts after 65 minutes, cutting in and curling a peach of a shot into Luke Williams' goal, and the second a lob from John Gilbert, 2 minutes from time. The final score here today at Fetcham Grove, Walton and Hersham 2. Well, Leatherhead 0 rather, Walton and Hersham 2. That does wrap up today's performance. We will be back on Saturday in the FA Cup against Beaconsfield Town for a huge game. The team that knocked us out in the same stage of the competition last year. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel as well for highlights, full highlights of this game and every other game. And we look forward to seeing you on Saturday for a mammoth FA Cup tie.
Come on, you Swans.